And after a while, you'll know. I know that these sell, these don't. So I quit bringing those, and that's how I did it. Pricing. This is a really sensitive topic. We've gone through this, time and time again. Once again, I'm going to tell you, you are a professional. You sell your work, so you are a professional, and you know this. You work hard. When you make your stuff, you don't work for free. And you're not paying people to take your art off your hands. So certainly, you must include what it costs you to make it. So your materials for sure, and your time. And I'm hoping some of you are making a profit. If not, that's entirely up to you if you want to make a profit. I'm not going to judge you on that. But certainly, your time and your materials should be included in that. Okay? And if you want, and how much you determine you want to make. So you should all be tracking how much time it takes you to make your art. If it takes you 3 hours or 3 months, you should be tracking how long does it take you. And that should be, you should know how long, so that when somebody says, I love that piece, could you make me one of these? You should be able to, at a split second, be able to tell them how long it would take for you to deliver that piece. And how much it would cost. Because you already know about what the materials cost and how much time it would take. We're not a flea market. We don't sell crafts, and we don't haggle. We are not a flea market. The flea market is an Oldsmar. So we don't haggle, and we don't put things on sale. We are an artist school, okay? Now, we have this problem we have 2 artists side by side. This artist has just started, and this artist has been doing it for 40 years. This artist has just started. They don't really know all the finer points, so they skip a few steps. All right, they skip most of the steps, but it's okay. They'll figure them out along the way. And they know that they're just starting out, so they're only going to charge $10. This artist has spent 3 weeks on the piece. They have done every single step. They have worked very hard on their piece. They have put in many hours, plus 40 years of experience and education. That means that their piece, they feel, should be costing a little bit more money because they put in so much time. What do we do about that? It's not going to cost $10 for their piece. We know this. Let's go to the next slide. I'm not going to answer that conundrum for you. I'm going to leave that conundrum for you guys. See how I am?
Thanks so much.
Okay, payment options. You can take cash. You can take credit cards. Okay, credit cards. Square is out there. Etsy has a credit card thing. PayPal. And then we have one for the guild. If the guild, Stony holds on to it. If the guild has it, you still have it, right? If the guild does it for you, she's going to charge you 2.75%. And the reason she's going to charge you 2.75% is because that is exactly what Square charges. So nobody's making any money, but she shouldn't have to pay the 2.75% that Square charges. So that's what she'll charge. If you do not have a credit card machine or something, and you want to take a credit card, Stony can help you.
Sue, since that's come up in your presentation, just real quick, Art in the Park, if we needed to send somebody to get you, how do we get a
Just
hold
send
of
them
you?
over to my booth.
Just send them to her booth, yes,
Okay.
and she
Happens
will,
all the
help
time.
them.
It happened
Yes.
at the Largo, or the park I was at too.
Yeah. I do not recommend that you take checks. And there's a reason for that. One is checks they're tricky. Checks, I learned that checks actually take 2 full months to clear. That could be bad. If you make a sale that's $800 and your bank clears it, and then 2 months later, that person has skipped town with your piece of art, and they close their bank account, you're out $800. So I do not recommend taking checks for that reason. It's just not safe in today's world. So I recommend cash or cards only, just for your own protection. Okay? In every single sale, provide your business card. And with every sale, take your customer's information, like I said. That way you have that information.
Vistaprint does 500 for what, $9.99?
Yeah, Vistaprint is super cheap for credit cards. Super cheap.
Business cards.
Business cards. You know, the thing that says your name and this is how you contact me when you want to give me money for art.
$9.99. I think that's
Okay. I want to thank you for your time. I know that I kept you extra, so I want to thank you for your time. I also want you to think about what changes you are now going to make to your booth, because I know everyone is going to make big changes to their booth.
Thank you.